Good evening, Speed Gaming 2! It's us, your favorite commentators in the world. Probably. Maybe. Oh, look over there! It's Final Fantasy Randomizer, and a distraction! It's me, Wout, and with me in the booth tonight we've got Hangry Canuck. How you doing, Canuck?
Oh, you know, not too bad. Just excited for this match of two titans of the game.
Oh yeah, now this is going to be good. If you in the audience haven't seen xIceblue and Monoci play Final Fantasy 1, it is going to be entertaining to watch. Both of these guys just know this game so well and are just really able to adapt to anything. So it looks like xIceblue, as always, is going with a three-man strategy of fighter, red mage, while Monoci is favoring what we've come to call the mage rainbow, with all three types of mage plus a fighter. I think both are fairly solid strats. What do you say, Canuck?
Oh, we'll see how the magic goes. If there's good white magic there early that the red mages can't use, Mono, she's going to have the advantage, but we will have to see how it goes.
Yeah, this was originally scheduled to be Game 2, but Monoci had a little bit of hard drive problems, and this is now Game 1 of this matchup. So, you know, this is going to kind of set the tone for Game 2. Like, I will be shocked if this doesn't take all three games to decide.
Alright, folks, here we go. Jumped the gun a little, but we're good.
Now, there's a little bit of stream delay, but the runners have gotten the go sign, so we should see the outskirts of Canaria shortly. Yeah, we've got Force Black Mage and Fighter tonight, so all of you who are hoping to see someone be forced to use a black belt, I'm sorry. That isn't going to happen yet.
Here we go.
Are off.
Looks like Monoci's reorganizing his party right away, while xIceblue visits the weapon shop.
Did I see Silver, Long, and Catclaw in there?
You did, and we got Fear, Cure 3 Wall in level 1. I didn't see the fourth one, but...
Well, Fire 2 and Fast is all we need to... Oh, and Quack. That's all we need to know about the Black Magic shop.
Yeah, it looks like the red mages are going to have a little advantage here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely favoring xIceblue's decision to bring those two red mages. Although having the ability to pick up a wall like that is going to be nice for Monoci.
Man, the real estate market's gone way up lately. 2.5k for a house. Ooh.
And Mono has saved, and he is just going ahead and heading over to Temple of Fiends.
Looks like there's a good long run off the start. He's going to take on Garland right away. A couple of Fur 2s ought to burn the cape clean off Garland. xIceblue is doing the same, heading there right away. But he's going to check the chest first, so we'll get our first look at these chests.
Yeah, and Ice is giving us a better look at how long that run is.
And a canal in a canoe. From the King and the Princess, both given items that begin with C.
Yeah,
C is for cookie.
Yeah, I was about to say, these items are brought to you by the letter C. But yeah, it looks like we've got a pretty decent run off the bat, and then a few more steps before you get another fight, so...
Yeah, Monoci's gonna go check those chests now. Smart move to get out first and save, just in case there's something dangerous in here, which we all know there can be. It's only a matter of time before somebody rides the lightning.
Yeah, so it looks like we just got a little bit of gold in the lower left-hand chest, and... Ooh, a Pro Cape!
Pro Cape is handy. Oh, I seen something with Quad X over there.
Oh,
Wolf
good!
with Quad X.
Oh, and that's something you don't want to see. Like, it's a good thing they've got that long run. Did you catch how cheap save items are?
We had houses for 2.5k, that was it. So...
Oh, no!
Elfland.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, xIce is now taking on Garland. He has not seen the wolves yet, so, well, hopefully. Monoci grabs his Pro Cape, while xIce grabs his Canal and Canoe. And we'll see which way they make their way next.
Yeah, the only disadvantage to the way that Monoci's handling things is he's going to have to make that walk back.
Yeah, because you've already warped back, so...
Yeah, that's a ride.
But that house for 2.5. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, Mono obviously valuing having access to that Pro Cape early on, which... It's not the worst thing in the world, it's some decent defense.
Well, he's probably not going to go back to town. He's probably going to head right towards the Dwarf Cave, I would think.
Yeah, and chat pointing out that there is also some value in selling the Pro Cape potentially. Although with the wide variant in the way that things can cost, you know, I don't know if I necessarily would bank on that enough to walk it out if that was my plan.
Looks like there's a couple of big hero runs in this encounter table.
And a free house out of the Dwarf Cave, so that's gonna be convenient for skipping over if there is a nasty fight somewhere on the way to Elfland.
xIce taking out some ogres and creeps with some fire tools. Meanwhile, Monoci's gonna pick up his free real estate. Ooh, look at that. Exactly the same time hitting the credits.
Say hi to the credits, everyone. Say bye to the credits, everyone. Both runners try to take advantage of those river routes.
And those wolves are unrunnable. Luckily, Monoci gets off the fire, too.
Yeah, Ice getting that hero run that Monoci found a little deeper in the encounter table at just the right time.
Yeah, Monoci's on... Oh, more unrunnable wolves. We're not scared to pull out the Quad X either.
So the real question I have is, Quad X is power word kill in D&D terms. How are wolves able to cast a power word?
So we got Ice 3, Lightning 3, and Quad X at level 3 magic. And Heal 3, Harm 4, Exit. That's pretty good level 3.
Yeah, that's definitely a level 3 that's a little more in Monoci's favor, I feel like.
Ooh, Life 2 at level 4. If that's not Red Mage learnable.
Yeah,
Break and level 4 Black.
Yeah, and we also have Life at level 4, so that's at least a little bit of a sting, just because, you know, that limits how much life casting you can do. Chat speculating that it's actually power bark kill.
Looks like xIce is going to make his way towards Crescent Lake, see what the stage is. He has hit some unrunnable wolves as well. I'm not sure if he's seen the Quad X yet, but... xIce doing the encounter manipulation to get him to Hero's Run.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those things he's gonna get, if not all the way to Crescent, most of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much don't want to meet anything on the water, because this is the reason. The Ocho's fighting back.
It always feels like something nasty gets rolled on the water, and hey, xIceblue is just going to just avoid getting into any more fights on the way to Crescent.
Yeah, it looks like the Black Mage is down for the count, folks. So with this low money, would you consider selling that Pro Cape maybe? Get you some extra cabins for travel?
I mean, it's one of those things... Yeah, there's
Level
only
6
2 of them
speed.
in the game under these flags. And, you know, it's extra defense for those red mages if I'm on xIceblue's side. And it's also extra defense for that red mage if I'm on Monoci's side. Oh, hey, look, a ship.
Looks like Monoci's having some trouble with the Pete here, giving him the business.
No, Ice, the ship's not going to be outside the inner sea. The devs aren't going to make it that easy on us.
No, that ship will be waiting at Elfland.
You know, I was going to say, it should be at Elfland, and Ice is going to... He is not going to take the river to provoke if he can help it.
Monoci's made Crescent Lake. He will be gaining his ship soon, and xIce is now on the water. Sahags with Stone Touch and Cremate. Looks like the water is not much safer.
I was going to say, the only advantage the ocean offers is it might have... Actually, no. Based on what we saw, the hero run is not... Like, that first encounter is not ocean-friendly.
And Sahags, especially, they jump you all the time, so...
Yeah, so this is a situation, Canuck, where you would feel the need to maybe take a couple of fights outside Elfland, get a little bit of money so you can stock up on cabins, and just avoid that horrifying first encounter.
I think I'd honestly consider selling that Pro Cape and buying a bunch of cabins, because there's nothing on the Overworld you want to see.
Yeah. The other question, I guess, is... Given the situation, you have the ship, you already have the canal. Do you think about maybe coming back for Ice Cave a little bit later? Maybe trying to, you know, press out a little bit farther, look into what else is out there?
Well, I mean, there's some stuff available with the ship, I mean, in the canal. And you don't gotta take the river to Crescent Lake anymore. Not that the water's any safer from what we see here. And Monoci is having a rough time getting up anywhere.
Yeah, chat making an excellent point that a soft reset might actually be advantageous here. You lose out on that initial hero run, but you know there's one a little bit deeper in the encounter table, and you're likely to get a little thinner encounter luck.
Uh-oh, ambushed.
And I think I saw Mono... Was that a soft reset or a hard?
Looked like a soft. Looks like xIce is gonna go check out Matoya first, before heading to Provoca. Will Monoci make the same? Nope. Monoci's gonna head for the Pirates.
Yeah, I can't blame him. If PK has Floater, then you don't have to worry about any of this crap.
And I wonder if Monoci's leaving his white mage dead. And going with a 3-person strat as well, because he's had the chance to revive him, but he hasn't.
I mean, white magic is a little thin until you get to 4th level, and Mono has to know that Ice is going to be running a 3-man group himself. Oh yeah, no, he's keeping that white mage down. And yeah, with that, really in the first 3 levels, level 4 and level 3 white magic are the only 2 worth caring about, and both of those are white mage accessible.
Yeah, there's not much to write home about in the level 2 spells either. Lightning too. Looks like he's gonna pick up some Cure too, not a bad idea. xIce has found the Sahags of Doom.
Yeah, I think that Ice going with the 2 red mages is a little bit better. You know, the only issue he's gonna have is deciding what spells to take from 3rd level magic, but even then, you know, he just picks one on one mage and one on the other and shares the other 2 or whatever.
Looks like Bicky is smoking the grass.
Well, that at least gets us another key item by sailing back to Elfland. Downside, we have to get back on the ocean.
Well, you could walk it, but then you gotta hit the river, so either way.
I almost would be tempted to take the river at this point, seeing what's out there.
Looks like xIce is making his way back.
Yeah, I was focused on the spells. Was there anything of note in Matoya's cave?
No, there wasn't actually. But we'll find out again here. Oh, maybe. Monoci running into those Sahags again.
Yeah, it looks like the Sahags are pretty shallow in the overall encounter table. And I think, is xIce still trying to get up to Provoca?
Yeah, I don't even think he's gotten there yet.
Yeah, I think he is fixated on power cycling instead of just resetting, and it looks like that second encounter in the table is actually not an ocean encounter, so...
money and Opal Shield in Matoya, so...
Yeah, you know, that Opal Shield is pretty good to have on hand until you find the Aegis, and I think it looks like Ice finally either figured out roughly the timing to avoid that first encounter on the ocean to save, or did finally start power cycling.
Yeah, he's made it there now. Looks like Monoci is stopping in at the first town.
And he's gonna go ahead and sell that opal.
Don't blame him, you need some cash. I think he wants real estate, though.
Yeah. He may
So with the ship and the canal, and these levels, would you think about going to Ordeals first? Before you hit the volcano?
When I get out of the Elf Prince. Because he could just as easily hand me the Chime or the Oxy Ale. Or even the Rod.
It's like Bicky's got lots of herb to go around.
Yeah. Now, it's definitely a situation I necessarily... Like, this is a situation where I think I would feel more comfortable heading somewhere that doesn't require a lot of time on the water.
Yeah, we'll see what the prince is going to do after he smokes the herb.
Watch him just give us the ruby.
He's not going to give up his bling. Come on now. Oh, also, don't forget to follow these runners, folks. These guys are going to put on an incredible show for you.
Yeah, it looks like he did in fact give us the bling, just a different kind of bling. So the crown takes us around to Astos, and okay, I like this. Monoci is just going to walk to Northwest Castle.
Well, it's safer.
It is, though. That's the funny part. That's why I'm laughing.
Stay off the water at all costs. Where's Monoci going? He doesn't have the key.
I think he is going to go... Remember, yeah, there he is. Ice, meanwhile, going ahead and doing some pop grinding.
Well, we'll see what kind of danger he gets into here. Oh, cut the tail off Astos.
Canuck, I don't think drow have tails.
Well, he's got some roots there on the bottom of him. I could consider a tail, maybe.
Actually, no, I think you're right. I think he does actually have a tail. Like, looking down there, because those are his legs, and then between that's got to be a tail.
If it's PG, it's a tail. If you want to make it a little blue, it might be something else.
Well, that's definitely a tail then.
And xIceblue got a nice horizontal fight. If he can get rid of it, that'll be great experience and levels for him. Looks like Monoci is going to swamp, going to marsh.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that Monoci... Someone in chat pointed out Monoci may have forgotten he got the canal out the gate.
Ah, with so much more with the boat in the canal, going to Marsh. I mean, this is a risky play. It could pay off for him. If the floater's in here or something, could put him way ahead.
Yeah, that's true. We have 4 key items that are somewhere in chests, and considering we've already received the canal and the ship, that all but guarantees that we're going to probably need to dig out all 4 of those chests in order to finish the game.
Good bit of chump change in Marsh, so...
Yeah, I'm honestly not hating this Marsh play. Like,
no, I'm not either. I mean, if there's something good in here, he's going to have a distinct advantage, because I can't see xIceblue hitting Marsh till he absolutely has to.
Yeah, taking that pop grind on Ice's part, that tells me that he's planning to spend a lot of time on the ocean.
Bit of ice armor for his troubles.
Spare cabin.
I mean, he's got exit, so it wasn't a big risk to dig the... I'd be surprised if he goes lower. Ooh,
oh, he's going lower. Like, here's the thing. Monoci, I think, is thinking he can pick up a couple of levels digging out Marsh. And if there is something down here, then that's less time he has to spend wandering on, you know, the ocean and dealing with those sahags.
Looks like xIce is gonna give the herb up. See him realize he gets his crown. We'll see if he goes right to Astos. I imagine he will.
And the other thing, too, to think about, money.
There's tons of it in Marsh.
Yeah, Mono's already dug out a good 30k, I think. Or something close to that.
There was 27k in one chest, so... But the thing is, you don't have the key, so there's those key lock chests at the bottom he can't get to. If there is something in there, he'll have to double dip this later on.
Yeah, but, you know, it's not that bad a time loss.
No, but see, that's why these guys are elite runners and we're here doing commentary. Because they're willing to take the big risk.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if there is something in key lock, you know that Ice isn't going to check it until dead last anyway. And he's going to need to dig out all of the non-key lock chests, because why would you go to the key lock chests first? So, from Mono's perspective, if he has to come back for key lock later, that's fine. Ice is going to lose the time that Mono's losing now anyway.
Let's get a look at the wizards, see if... nope, we won't get a look at the wizards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, xIce is gonna take the tail off of Astos.
Yeah. Wear Sword's not a bad pickup for what they found so far in terms of equipment, so...
Astos getting a little frosty. Canuck just what himself?
Well, whatever you did, it looks like we didn't find much in the way of key items, but Monoci has a lot of gold to play with now.
Oh yeah, he can buy all the spells. All the spells he wants now.
And the save items. I think that's going to be more useful to him in the long run.
Oh yeah, especially with the way the seas are rough. Ooh, matey. That was me, the hangry Canuck.
Yeah, it's easy to tell because the hangry Canuck sounds exactly the way you would expect given that screen name.
Looks like Monoci's doing some shopping, getting ready to go, see what his next play is. Looks like xIce is taking off for Melmond, or is he going to go straight for Crescent, I wonder, again?
He may be heading back to Provoca to go ahead and finish stocking up before making his move.
Or he might be heading to Ordeals from the way he's sailing.
Oh no, he was heading to Canaria.
well, Pullhead, I think that's your name or whatever. I don't blaze, so I just talk about it.
It's just the way he talks.
Looks like xIce is making the ordeals play.
I mean, I think it is. You know that this this chest is you have an incentive chest here. You have some pickups, and again, if you have a few fights that you have to take, you can go ahead and get yourself to a respectable level.
Well, he's at level 10 now, so he should be level enough to handle this place.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he handles the pillar maze. Does he make it through easily, or will he be confused? And Monoci is feeling the sting of the Sahag again.
Well, with the long runs that we're looking at, it's a situation where you don't necessarily need to worry too much about getting lost. You know, it's really more of a factor when you get into several fights before you can make a choice. Excuse me.
Looks like Monoci's heading back to do some more shopping here. Pick up some spells he missed. Or equipment. Probably real estate, I would think. Looks like xIce is getting turned around in this pillar maze here. But he'll make his way through.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely something that Monoci is going to benefit from doing that marsh dive with, is having all of this money to just throw at his problems.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to buy armor. He's gonna toughen up his party for sure.
Aw, that was sweet. He actually equipped the white mage there for a minute.
It's like Monoci's shopping is done. Let's see where he decides to go next. And xIce is having some difficulty in these pillars. He's getting turned around, but it'll work. Looks like he's going to start over.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Mono doesn't also make a play for ordeals. Because the alternative is double-dipping Earth Cave at this stage.
You don't want to double-dip anything.
And Monoci's at least going to go look at the magic here.
xIce has made it through the pillars. Not a lot good in white, just a bunch of useless crap.
Fire 3 about the only thing to write home about. This is an interesting seed for magic.
Yeah, it really doesn't benefit either or. Ooh, look at those cheap gold Cheerios though. 10 grand. And there's the floater.
Loose in ordeals.
xIce has probably got a big smile on his face now, thinking, "Frig you, Sahags."
I mean, yeah, he's good there.
Now, was this where Monoci's gonna go first, or looks
well,
like it?
Yeah, I mean, if he were going to Earth, he wouldn't have gotten back on the boat. So, he won't lag too far behind in terms of the... Okay. Hello there, white and black shirts.
Wow. Lots of clothing in here.
And a spark over bridge.
Well, he got a floater. Come on now. Ooh, zombie dragons with a bit of the hold in action and the heal in action. Monoci is now going to make his way through the pillars. With this floater pickup, this could quicken the seat up quite a bit.
Well, if nothing else, it means the runners have to worry a lot less about Sahag encounters.
Looks like these zombie dragons are giving xIce some trouble. Well, he's got his fire too, and I think those heals are probably healing about the same. Mona would be ahead in the armor and the cash department. That would be about it, though. I think xIce is more in terms of progression.
but not by very much. Like, once Mono is through the pillar maze and gets his floater, they'll be pretty much on level footing, and, you know...
Mummy's with Squint. That trap tile in the waterfall could be fun. It's like Monoci had less of a problem getting through the maze.
Yeah, and the fact that he does have those gold bracelets strapped on, that's going to make him a lot more survivable dipping into some of the... Oh, Nightmares are unrunnable. That's going to make Waterfall fun.
Well, it looks like xIce will be taken to the skies at the 28-minute, 23-second mark. Looking down upon the seas with contempt. I would agree with that, 110%.
Alright, so we got a cube at Sarda.
No, Demon, I promised myself I'd be good. Looks like xIce is gonna check out the vendor here. And we have the TNT.
And cheap TNT at that.
Yeah, it looks like the caravan was looking to blow something up here. It's a little shady finding the TNT there.
I mean, it's one of those things, you know, when you're out in isolated parts of the world like that, you're probably doing some sort of construction or, you know, other forms of development work. You know, that TNT is useful for making sure that the land's nice and cleared for whatever work you're doing.
Or scaring away Anklos and Tyros and stuff like that.
You know, that's actually a good point.
And we did have a ribbon pickup, and now xIce is going to turn in his tail and class change. Now that he's got the 2 shirts, which mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's still one of those things. It's nice to have that availability in terms of sword access for your mages.
Yeah, the Invis 2 cast is nice. Especially if it's locked to red mages, that will really help xIce. There is no Vorpal.
Yeah, Mono's gonna go ahead and get his airship here at the 30-minute mark, so only 2 minutes behind, even with that marsh dive.
A little bit of a cache there in the Cardi Islands. Looks like Monoci's gonna get his cube. A little bit more money. Not too much in the Cardi Isles so far. It's been pretty decent. Just money and not too many good items.
Yeah, that does take away a little bit of Monoci's advantage in terms of just having that massive amount of wealth. But the flip side to it is, in order to take advantage of a lot of it, Ice is going to have to double back to places Mono's already hit.
Yeah, and Mono just picked up his TNT, so...
Now, I don't think we've seen pro rings yet out of anywhere, so...
No, we have not, actually. Now, Monoci's gonna loot the Cardi Isles while xIce does some more shopping with his bounty.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll leave that black shirt on his fighter after class changing.
It looks like the red mages can't learn either life. Oh no, they got life too.
Yeah, life 2's in that first slot, so that should be red mage accessible.
Yeah, he bought it, so... Picking up the wall spell, that's a good pickup in case he doesn't find any more ribbons. I'd feel safe going down with 1 ribbon and 2 wall spells.
Yeah, especially with these 3-man strategies, it's not too much of an encumbrance to set up your defenses that way.
He's gonna stock up on some real estate and some potions and some provisions for the trip. Now that they've bought the vendor item, cash, they can pretty much spend freely.
Yeah, and especially in xIceblue's case, with those 2 red mages, once you've hit levels 1 through 5, you're pretty much done in terms of what spells you're going to buy anyway.
Okay, we're about to give the TNT up so that dwarf can blow up something. And he's been drinking, so, oh boy, Lord knows. You give a dwarf with TNT that's been drinking, something's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, it's not like the dwarf cave's near anything of importance. What, just some dinky old castle occupied by some guy? That's fine.
It's like xIce is gonna check out Gaia now, see if the pro rings are here, maybe.
It's either here or on rack.
And here they are, 17k, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that is again something that kind of benefits Monoci with that Marsh play if he kind of follows the same progression Ice did.
Yeah, but he's spending his cash here, so...
Yeah, he should still have enough to grab a couple by the time he gets to Gaia, or at least one without hurting his coffers.
Well, we'll see what the fairy has. Oh, vanilla oxy ale.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently now Sea Shrine and Waterfall are on the table.
Yeah, I'd say that we're more likely to see, I was going to say, what xIceblue is doing, this Volcano dive.
Yep. They're both gonna...
Yeah, I was going to say, Mono heading straight to the Volcano.
Oh yeah, he'll go get his bottle later. Some more real estate. And Mirror Runners will have a high 5 here. Looks like Monoci's going straight for the armory though. Meanwhile, xIce is going to clear out the other chests.
Oh look, it's a sword fit for a person we don't care about. Oh look, I didn't even notice Mono picked up his white mage.
Yeah, he did. That's funny.
I guess with that white shirt available, you know...
Life 2 charges, it could be worth it. xIce's gonna get a good experience fight here off these peeds. Fires come out swinging. The armory's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, it's making me wonder where all the value's hiding in this seed.
Looks like Monoci's gonna go deeper now.
He may be going to go grab those chests that Ice just cleared out, but yeah.
Gargoyles, everybody's most hated enemies. They're hitting pretty hard. Red Hydras are unrunnable.
Yeah, but they're good eating, so it's not too bad.
Oh, looks like one of the red mages on xIce's side took a little nap there.
He's got enough life 2 charges between the two of them.
Yeah, with all the life charges they have now. Oh, the adamant.
Now see, this is going to be nice for Monoci, because that means he only needs to make one trip to the Dwarf Cave. Unless he doesn't... Well, okay, he might need to make 2 trips in case he goes ahead and does the 2 trade-ins without the key.
Yeah, xIce is already going to have to make a 3rd trip back there.
Oh, but keeping that white mage dance so long means that Mono doesn't have any life 2 charges on him yet.
The red mage is down. No exit either. Ooh.
Yeah, he should be fine.
xIce is already level 14, so levels are coming in quick.
Now, he went ahead and got to 9 or 10 over on the Peninsula of Power, so...
Monochi's got his adamant now. He knows he's got 2 things to do in the Dwarf Cave. He might put it off till he finds the key. There you go. The Giants are riding the lightning.
Simona's probably going to head back in for that adamant.
I would say. Yeah, this volcano's pretty fun.
Alright, so he's gonna go check these last 2 chests, and then he is going to probably get his hiney out of the volcano.
Looks like xIce is probably gonna go deeper, I would think. Get rid of carry while he's down here. No reason not to, he's got lots of levels.
Yeah, I imagine Mona will head back into the volcano, but he's going to get out with what he's gotten saved.
Yeah, because he reset, so now his red mage is still alive, so he does have exit, so.
Yeah, and he knows he's on a timer in terms of these encounters before he runs into trouble.
Not much for weapons so far. Katana, yeah. Nobody has a thief.
Yeah, you know the situation's rough when you got someone strapping on a coral sword.
Yeah, it's almost like using potions to heal yourself in a fight. You know something's gone wrong.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Mono exits out, saves, and he is going to make his descent deeper.
We have some flame armor, so that's a good little pickup. That is also usable by thieves after the class change.
Yeah, but no one thought to bring a thief with them, so, you know, that's their loss.
Don't look like the Agamas were any bit of trouble, so we may see a little bit of an Agama grind.
Yeah, Mono may opt to take a couple of Agama fights just to get a little more levels on that white wizard.
We'll see what these chests behind... Oh, couldn't run from the Grey Worm. And there's a pro ring. So that's one 17k less he has to spend. These runners are neck and neck, folks. You can't really give an advantage at the moment.
Well, I think Ice does have a little bit of an advantage just in terms of the levels he's got.
The bulls are blazing it up. That's no bull, folks. Don't blaze.
But yeah, so they're just gonna keep digging out these chests. Oh, hey, a sun sword. That is actually worth finding.
4th best sword in the game. It's ahead of the Vorpal, of course.
It is a tough call for me between Sun and Vorpal in terms of what I'd consider the 3rd best sword.
4th. Defense is better than both due to its capabilities.
Defense is the best sword to have in your inventory, but I would still take either the Sun or Vorpal in terms of what I'm actually swinging at someone.
xIce has got level 15. They're both at the Agama chests. Agamas don't seem to really have anything dangerous. A couple of attacks, that's about it. Looks like xIce might take a few, as will Monochi, while they're here.
Yeah, like I said, Monochi wants to get some levels on that formerly damned white wizard.
While you're at it, folks, don't forget to give these good runners a follow, as well as all the hard-working folks, and a good shout-out to Speed Gaming for hosting us tonight. As well as our restreamer Cyclone.
Alright, so Mono's going to go ahead and check this red dragon chest, which is something one would expect.
I mean, with the black shirt, the Agamas are pretty good, because the white shirt casts Ice 3, right? Or the black shirt, so.
Oh, the floater's the only chest Oh. Red dragon hitting like a truck.
Yeah, it's the white mage. She's kind of a low level. I wouldn't say a truck. Maybe a half ton.
Well, still a decent amount of damage, but regardless, that life 2 just picks the white mage right back up.
Looks like
Ice continuing to take these Agama fights.
Monoci making his way, probably towards Carry, I would think. xIce is now going to check out the red dragon chest and find out there's a bit of chump change. Unrunnable whiz ogres. I found in a lot of these seeds, these whiz ogres have some dangerous stuff.
Yeah, but they're good eating in terms of XP. But it looks like Mono's going to be the first runner to see what Carrie has in store.
Was that a frost? Or the whiz ogres getting frosty too? Looks like we're going to get our first look at Carrie. Doing a bit of item shuffle first, putting his ribbon on his important tool.
And we get to see the Black Wizard sprite, so it's all around a win-win.
Carrying with some dark action here. Did they buy the lamp spell, I wonder?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response, Canuck. I'm not even going to dignify with a response.
Looks like Carrie's rolled some good absorb, though.
Yeah. It's definitely probably going to be a little bit of a slog to take her out.
It's definitely a slobber knocker of a fight. And out comes the Quad X.
Yeah. It's one of those things with Carrie's base HP. That works a lot of times. Like, if Carrie rolls low on HP, you can generally use a Quad X to end that fight a little bit quicker.
Yeah, xIce is now going to take his crack at Carrie, see if he has the same result.
Mono, meanwhile, is going to go ahead and make that... Excuse me. He's going to go ahead and make that trip into Ice Cave.
xIce making short work of Carrie here. Go with Bane strats, because I don't believe he got Quad X. I don't think he could learn it, the red mages.
No, if he could, he opted not to bother with... Actually, wait, where was Quad X?
Level 3.
Alright. Well, he still gets through that fight without any trouble. Because he's got about 5 levels on Mono.
Mono putting the light axe to work. I mean, Ice Cave won't be too bad. They got a light axe, they got fire too. You know, most of the enemies they can take out pretty well. See where xIce is on his way to now. Looks like he's flying around a little bit. Must have took a drink from that bottle himself.
He's gonna go turn in that adamant.
Wow, that's a pretty crappy Excalibur. It's now called a rod, folks.
Well, I mean, it's an adamant rod. It can easily remove heavy stone plates. It's, you know, it's quality. But it looks like Ice is going to go ahead and head over to On-Rack.
Yeah, probably gonna get the waterfall out of the way. He does have exit, so see if he dips Sea Shrine afterwards. He does have the levels, so I can't see him double dipping this place.
Yeah, nah, he's gonna go ahead and knock both of these dungeons out. You get an incentive chest. Yeah, go ahead and clear a Fiend out. If you're in the market for it, you visit the ladies, see if you can get something more useful than whatever they're swinging. I think it's still... I think they both are using Sun Swords on their knight.
It's an inanimate carbon rod. That's awesome. I remember that off The Simpsons. xIce has entered the volcano. We'll see if he does the OB as well, or if he even finds it. I think I would have saved Ice, though, till I had Warp, maybe.
I mean, at this point, Mono knows that Warp's not going to be readily accessible. It's at least level 7, I think. Did we see it at Crescent Lake?
No, it wasn't there.
Yeah, so it's one of those things Mono knows that Warp may not even be on the table. So there's no sense in putting it off. Ice, I think, doesn't actually have that intel. I don't think he's been to Melman.
Yeah, Monoci's about 4 or 5 levels behind, so... We'll see what the roll... Ooh, the game changer in Ice.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is not a bad pickup, especially on that night. But it looks like Mono's gonna strap it onto his Red Wizard, which I also... Like, it's one of those things... I kind of, like I said, I kind of hold the Sun Sword and the Vorpal in the same field.
Second Ribbon and the Crystal in the waterfall. And some cash. Unrunnable Frost Wolves, Frost Giants.
Yeah, that's gonna come into play when we get to Temple of Fiends. For those of you who have never been part of a... Oh, hey, look, the Ruby. That's actually going to open up a few more chests for Monoci. And a Zeus Gauntlet to boot.
Looks like xIce is now going to go down the Sea Shrine. We'll see if he decides to visit the ladies of the evening or not.
Well, it's one of those things right now. The Sun Sword's his endgame weapon, and... Have we... Okay, where was Fast? Have we seen Fast?
I don't think we've seen Fast or Temper.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things... Ice is going to go check the ladies, because at this stage of things, you still...
Fast
really...
was level 1.
Okay. So, yeah, even so, without Temper, Sun Sword's acceptable with Fast, but I'd still... Oh, that's a big advantage for Monoci.
The key. Now we'll see what the eye is hiding. There's 2 big items in Ice Cave. The loot. Well, no, this opens a lot of chests for Monoci now.
Yeah. And I was about to say, I think that actually gives us all 4 loose items in basically one go.
Stocking up on some spells for his fighter. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
He's in the neighborhood anyway, so... Well, there'll be one chest xIce won't be getting in here yet.
Yeah. Now, the nice thing here for Monoci is that means he's going to be grabbing his rod, his bottle, and his dwarf chests all in basically one quick trip. As chat is pointing out.
Yeah, the Ice Cave was a pretty good play for Monoci. Now he's going to clear out some other chests and
Yeah, the only thing that kind of works to ice is the only thing that kind of had. Okay, let me try to use my words. The thing that at least Ice has in his favor right now is he doesn't really have a lot of options besides going to Ice Cave.
So far, the mermaids have had a pro cape. It's like Monoci's stocking up spells for his wizards, or for his fighter. Looks like he's going to open some more chests.
Oh, wait. No, wait, I just thought this through. Ice is probably going to go check Matoya once he's done with the on-rack area, because he's got that crystal. And that crystal is almost certainly going to open up the Mirage Tower, either slab to vanilla Lupa Lupa, or Matoya having the
Opal Cheerio. Dwarfs didn't have much, so...
Actually,
moving
yeah.
on.
Matoya has to have the slab at this point, because we know what's in almost every other incentive location. So, Matoya's going to give the slab, and the slab is going to lead to the chime. So, that's going to lead Ice away from that ice cave.
Monoci buying anti-rub and fire 3.
Yeah. A rub is not a bad spell to pick up. Outside of the ribbon, it's the only way you're going to be defended against earth spells. You cut out a little bit there, Canuck, what were you saying?
I said it looks like he might be go-moding this now because he's not checking any chests in Earth.
Well, checking chests in Earth, if you got most of what you need, like, you're not going to check those upper chests without warp, unless you are just desperate for anything. He's got fast, as chat has very vocally reminded us, and he's got Vorpal and the Sun Sword. He's got the arsenal he needs to make it through the end game if TOFR is gentle. Also that defense sword, I did forget the defense as well.
Yeah, looks like xIce is gonna go down towards Kraken now. Did he exit, or did he what?
I would assume he exited.
Ooh, the Aegis shield. That's a good pickup. Meanwhile, Monoci making short work of the Earth Cave.
Yeah, it looks like Mono's gonna grab the convenient chests out of Earth, but he may already have his eye on, you know, kind of going for the end game with what he's got.
Looks like xIce is going to take on some lobsters here. Let's see if they have anything nasty to say.
Actually, he may not even be going for convenience.
Well, we're about to see the vampire for about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, say hi to Vampire. And say bye to Vampire. Wow.
Vampire was bank, man. Bank.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been alive for centuries, you tend to accumulate a little bit of a bankroll. And then someone comes along and takes your bankroll after making sure that you are no longer going to be using it. So yeah, it looks like Mana at this point has decided that whatever else he conceivably could want, he's not going to bother looking in Earth Cave for it.
Nope, he just wants out of there. Ooh, gray sharks with some fur too.
Now, here is the question of the hour then. xIceblue, unless he makes a play for Ice Cave relatively soon, he's going to be digging through all of these chests, because we know Ice Cave has all 3 of the outstanding chest items.
Yeah, so this could put xIce behind a little bit.
Yeah, the flip side to it is, he's almost certainly going to find that Mazza, he's almost certainly going to find that dragon armor, he's going to find that 3rd ribbon.
Unrunnable lobsters and sea trolls. As Monoci is about to make his attempt at carry, which I get at Kraken. Lich, which I can only assume won't take him too long.
I was gonna say, everyone say hi to Lich. Everyone say bye to Lich.
And that's Monoci's 2nd orb at just under an hour.
Yeah, it's one of those things, I think at this point, like I said, Mono isn't going to do anything that's not directly in his path, and even then, he might skip some stuff.
Excalibur and Thor Hammer in C. Wow. Looks like Monoci wanted to finish the southern continent before he moved up north. That's probably why he went to Earth.
Not a bad decision.
Stopping at Gaia, he's gonna pop the fairy. And then get his Oxyale as well. There's Warp, level 7.
Yeah, he's not even gonna bother with it. With what he's got left, he's got enough, he's not gonna have enough charges of Warp for it to be worth the trouble.
Looks like he's about to pick up some pro rings. Got tons of cash. Yeah, Warp at level 7. You won't see that. Yeah, Mono does have the crystal, I believe.
Nah, he doesn't. He hasn't been to Waterfall yet. That was the chest. That was the one chest item that wasn't in Ice Cave.
Oh, never mind. It's yeah. I was looking at the tracker, but because I saw the key on Mono's side, I thought he must have had the crystal. Just lost my train for a second.
Yeah, we ain't the Swiss rounds anymore.
I think our trains have been derailed, Woe.
Well, I almost called you me buddy, and then I realized that you're not one of my brothers, and so that phrase would mean nothing to you.
Looks like Mono's now going to hit the waterfall and see Shrine. Meanwhile, we're going to get a look at Slap Happy Kraken soon.
Yeah. Kraken 1 is one of those, is probably the one, like, orb fiend that you actually kind of have to be concerned about, because if he rolls any kind of damage dealing, he's got the hits to make it hurt.
Yeah, I've seen him pull out some big numbers on me. Vorpal, 2 hits, 79. Just kick it away. This is game 1, Frico.
He might be asking about a different matchup, but point being, we are in the Kraken fight. Ice leads off with a pretty good hit for 300, and is pretty much just going to hurl ice at the Kraken and see what happens.
Fire 2 from Kraken. Kind of makes you wonder how fire spells work in water, but that's a question for another day.
I'm going to go with magic. Also, I'm going to go with that was damage poison. Yeah.
Didn't do much with the ribbons and the armor, but
you know, it's the thought that counts. But
and that's xIce's 2nd orb at just over the hour mark.
Yeah, now the question is Ice going to go ahead and head over to Earth, or is he going to go ahead and collect his prize from the toy? And it looks like the answer is he's going to go dig out Earth. So we're going to find out what Mono skipped out on.
Yep, it looks like we are. But not going to Ice is putting him farther and farther behind at the moment.
Yeah. Like I said, the real question I think ultimately for that this race is going to hinge upon is the extra equipment Ice picking up going to balance out the time loss of not being able to really possibly go into go mode until he's down to his last non-key lock chest outside of Marsh Cave.
Monoci's gonna get his second ribbon. And his crystal as well.
Okay, wait, so the crystal was the robot item. What was the fourth chest item then?
I don't know if we found the fourth one yet.
I could have sworn we found the fourth one already, but I mean either way, there's not much left that could be in that chest.
Chad is helping us out. Ruby and Key in the ice cave. The floater was in a chest as well.
Yeah, so... Okay, Adamant, thank you. Thank you, Fuchsia.
So really, he's gonna be digging for a better weapon, or the power bomb.
Key was actually in the last chest before you dropped down to the eye, Demon Frog.
Yep, sorry, sad to say, it looks like the demon's not gonna fuel his addiction tonight.
I'm gonna laugh if that's where Mazza wound up, by the way. Yeah, so far, if I'm not mistaken, Ice hasn't found too much in the Earth chests.
No, it looks like Mono's skipping the mermaid, so he's gonna miss the Opal Cheerio.
Yeah. It's not really something I think he's gonna need too badly.
Yeah, xIce is checking all the chests. Wow, that's a chest that's out of the way. Well, someone decided to put some real estate in there, so...
I mean, with 2 items still outstanding, he's still missing loot, he's still missing Chime, and he's still missing Key. Like, he knows that he needs to dig. He just doesn't know that he needs to dig, where he needs to dig.
Yeah, Ice is the place to dig.
Because, yeah, wasn't the incentive chest in Ice the loot as well?
Yep. The key was down below, and then you took the hole up to get to the eye, and you got the loot. Alright, we're gonna see the Sharknado room here, see if Monoci drops in.
He'll probably check the 3 easy chests.
Ooh,
Assuming he ever gets out of all of these fights.
Really haven't seen any big black spells. That didn't come out right, sorry fans. But, no Nuke. Nuke's gotta be level 8.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've seen all the level 7s. And to address the question being posed in chat as to why Ice is not doing Ice Cave, I don't think Ice has actually been to Melmond yet. So he may not have seen where Warp is. Because I don't think he popped into the magic shops in Gaia to find out either. So he may just be trying to route around to Melman and then make his call once he sees he can't warp.
Looks like the waters are pretty heavy hitters. Oh boy, cockatrice is with fur too, but with ribbons and stuff. Ooh, and squint. Yeah, Mono's pretty much in go mode. He knows the crystal is going to lead to the slab, which is going to lead to his chime, so. And with 2 ribbons, wall spells, he feels comfortable, I'd say. Alaskan Falcon. How does the FF1 Rando work?
You mind if I try to find this one?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so Alaskan Falcon. Here's how this whole crazy thing works. So we've shuffled up all of the treasure locations. When I say all the treasure locations, I mean all of the treasure locations. Chests, NPCs, things that weren't actually items, but they're items now. And we take them and we put them into a big pile. And we take a couple of things out like the canoe and the key and, you know, at least make sure they're in places that they don't block themselves off from getting to. And then everything else gets shuffled up. And then we take all the enemy abilities and shuffle all of them up. And all their stats and shuffle it and move all of them around. And so you wind up with things like Krakens that can set things on fire underwater or throw damage poison in your face. And can either hit like trucks or hit like nothing. And then you wind up in this crazy position where you have one guy running around with basically every item because they all wound up in ice caves somehow. And the other guy running around checking every chest and finding a whole bunch of treasures like the ribbon. And they're all in Earth Cave, and it's just
okay.
Craziness.
Let's get back to the action here. If you're letting to know at Alaskan Falcon, join the Discord. Everybody is nice and friendly. Ask questions. They're more than happy to help you out.
Yeah, also spells get mixed up. That's the other thing that gets changed. In any case, Mono is through with Kraken as xIceblue is about to get to Lich. So both of them probably on their way to Mirage Tower.
Yep, that is the next play. Yeah, and Quad X doing the work tonight.
That's that Black Mage difference. Mono opting to keep his Black Mage up. And he is going to go check the, whatchamacallit, Titan.
Hold on here. Titan's getting fed.
Okay, Ice is making that ice cave play, so he will not be lagging too far behind Monoci and heading into Mirage.
Yeah, because xIce is way up in the level department at the moment. Monoci's still gonna have to choose a place to grind.
Well, if he just takes the high-value fights in Mirage, he'll be fine.
Yep, crystal to the slab. Slab to the chime.
And then on to Mirage Tower. Now, neither runner has found the Power Gauntlet yet.
And Alaskan Falcon, if you have any questions, feel free to ask anybody that's online on the Discord. Always ready to answer questions.
And we have a new player help section to also assist with all of your questions.
Looks like Monoci is trying to crush the castle.
Well, okay, look. In the period when it looked like Zeppelins were the future, that was a thing that you sometimes saw, was some skyscrapers had airship docks set up. Monoci was probably just testing to make sure that Mirage Tower wasn't one of those things.
But there we have the chime. So now Monoci is officially go.
Yeah. We might see him I can see him digging out Mirage 1, maybe Sky 1, and part of Sky 3.
Yeah, he'll dig the easy ones, the ones he can get to, but he's not going to go too far out of his way.
To answer the question in chat, the characters in the overlay, the Black Mage and the Fighter, yes, those are forced in this bracket.
Just a lot of money so far.
Everywhere that Monoci has checked tonight has been almost money chests. I know there's a lot of money chests in this game, but it's still kind of amusing to me.
xIce picked up his Vorpal and is memeing it up at the moment. For all you Vorpal fans out there.
Alright, he's about to find his ruby, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Titan is going hungry on xIce's side.
No, Monoci doesn't have Masmon or Power Bonk. I think those would be the only two items he would be looking for.
Those are absolutely the only two items he's looking for.
I mean, Dragon Armor wouldn't be bad if you found it, but you wouldn't be going out of your way to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, he has everything required for progression, but he does lack some of those items that make the end game more tolerable. He's also missing out on the Aegis Shield, which we know is elsewhere.
Well, we know that was in C, so we know he's not going to be having that.
Yeah, but he is aware he doesn't have it, is my point. Alright, so he is heading to greater than, less than room.
Debt Master, I don't believe he has.
He may be saving those as last-ditch checks, if he's even going to bother at all with them. Because they're a little bit out of the way, and if there's nothing of value, if you don't need to go there, then it's a little bit of a time save.
Yeah, the third ribbon was unearthed, so we know Monoci won't find that one as well. Once xIce gets out of here, he'll be pretty much in go mode as well, because he's already got all the levels he needs.
Yeah. It depends on if he feels like X-Scal with fast and not much else is worth the trouble.
Some Opal Armor, that'll be a good little pickup.
Yeah.
Not much else, though.
Now, in the absence of that Dragon Armor, Opal Armor is just as good Absorb, and... xIceblue making a liar out of me, he's also going to feed the Titan.
He'll be disappointed with the results, but...
But at least the Titan eats tonight.
And fantasy points for people who have these two in their fantasy pools.
I think there are a few people who have both of them. So Ice is at least going to get his defense sword out of dwarves here.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
You realize that Falconic's doing this solely to get a soundboard, right?
Man, with my accent and some of the stuff I say, it's worth it.
I just think it's cheating. Alright, so Ice is going to go check Northwestern with that key, while Mono's going to dig out Sky 1.
Neither of them found anything good so far.
He's only going to check half of Sky 1.
Yeah, I think Mono's only going to get the chests he can get. I don't think he's going to go too far. Yeah, Cure 4 was tier 7, and it cost 50k, and I do believe Monoci bought it.
Alright, so Ice checking all of these chests that Mono skipped out on. I don't think we've seen anything too dramatic in any of them.
Well, Mono got these ones. But I'm surprised to see him cleaning out this part of Sky.
Well, he's probably fishing for experience while also checking these chests.
Yeah, but he's running from stuff, so... I think he wants that power bonk pretty bad. Or the Maz Moon? So now if he comes across the power bonk, he's pretty well set.
I mean, even without the power bonk, the Mazmoon is not a bad pickup at all.
No, with fast, it can do some damage. Now those are chests I wonder if xIce is going to grab, because he's got to feel like he's behind.
And he's got that Excal in hand. It's not quite as good as the Mazda, but between it and Vorpal, you can pretty much deal with anything that Topher can throw at you.
But now on Mono's turn of the coin, he did Marsh. So is he thinking he's behind now for making the Marsh play?
Now the fact he didn't go up, I mean, either he feels fine with just the Mazda, or he is thinking at this point he can't afford to dig any deeper. Oh hey, there's that dragon armor. Something both runners are going to be glad to see. And the power gauntlet!
Well, strap in, folks. This is going wild. It's gonna be fighters gone wild with the power bonk.
So the good news for Ice, at least, is he is going to pick up all of that.
He might not pick up the Mazmoon. He might not go that side.
Yeah, but he's definitely getting the dragon and the power bonk.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Monoci's just going now. He's like, okay, boys, it's Warmech RNG time. Get your blessed RNGs out for Warmech. Well, I'd like to see
Absolutely.
4 of them. 4 of them unrunnable, maybe.
Okay, slow down there, the hangry Satan.
Smartly putting the ribbon on his fighter. It's funny, he just got rid of the heel. Oh, never mind, he's got the ribbon on, I guess. And there's the Nacho.
Well, Future Sight got what he wanted, or they wanted.
And there's Ali's metal slimes.
Yeah, what do you think if Mono does draw the, I guess if he's taking the slime fight, if he does draw Warmech, Mono might take that fight just for the experience.
Well, he's got the weapons. He's got... I'd say he'd take it. Can't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah, at this stage,
the power.
go ahead.
That was off the Wizard, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was from the Wizard. AKA the second best video game movie of all time. The first one, of course, being... Go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
I was gonna say, the first one, of course, being The Last Starfighter.
We get our first look at Tiamat here. While xIce is going towards Sky, we'll see if he makes the play for the Mazmoon or not.
Well, he already skipped out on floor 1 of Sky, so he'll check those... I would guess he's going to check those 4 chests above the teleporter, and that'll be it.
Looks like we got the Quad X brake strats here going. The White Mage with the Fists of Fury.
This Tiamat's got a lot of health.
And xIce is going to get his Mazmoon.
Yep.
And down goes Tiamat. And that is Monoci's 4th orb.
At an hour 23 on the nose, so...
We can only surmise he might do a little more shopping, restock his supplies, and then I'd say he's going down.
Ah, chat pointing out, Mono Quad X everything he could Quad X tonight.
And at 1 hour, 23 minutes, Monoci is heading down.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do any shopping. He's up to A3 heal potions.
So, we'll have a look at the Great Equalizer, folks. Looks like he's taking some fights on the way down. Maybe he wants a few more levels. Badman with Blizzard? Not too bad.
Question in chat if we've seen Nuke or Nuclear. I do not believe so. Nuke probably got shuffled onto an enemy no one bothered fighting, at least the one that can be found anywhere. And since we haven't seen a War Mech yet, we haven't had the opportunity to see the rest of the Nukes and Nuclears.
So that means it could be all down here with the Fiends.
And before it all got shuffled onto Lich, but it doesn't matter because we kill him in the first round.
Not always.
Not always, but it's Lich 2. He gets less respect than Lich 1.
Here's the unrunnable Frost Giant, Frost Wolf packs that he could come across before.
Yeah.
Good experience, not hard to take out. He's got Fire 2s, the Mazmoon.
So question chat, why has Ice kept that Black Wizard dead? So, basically, experience is divided evenly between all living party members at the end of a fight. So it is a strategy in Final Fantasy, not only the randomizer, but in the general game, to leave one of your party members dead so that the rest of your party can reach higher levels, taking the same number of fights.
And basically, with black magic in the shape it's in, your black mage really doesn't have much value. Looks like we're going to get our first look at Lich 2 pretty soon.
Meanwhile, if you want a second shot at seeing that War Mech, go ahead and bless RNG the chat. Oh, never mind!
And he's going for it.
I mean, I think that Ice is trying to get up to that point where he gets that 5th swing off his fighter.
Monoci is engaged Lich, but a fast... Ooh, Lich is a little bit beefy there. Comes back with some Bane. Bye-bye, White Mage. Looks like xIce is going for the kill.
I mean, if you can take... I mean, this War Mech's not showing much in terms of abilities, which bodes ill for the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
And we're going to get a look at Carrie 2 in a sec, see what she's packing.
So as I mentioned earlier, skills and spells are shuffled between monsters. The only exception to this is the Fiend refights from the Temple of Fiends Revisited, plus Chaos and War Mech. All are have their spells and skills shuffled amongst each other. So Warmech's a good way to kind of find out what you're not going to see in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Carry with a solid shot, but the fighter rebounds with a vicious, vicious retort.
And in that case, Warmech didn't pull out anything nasty, which means all the nastiness is living somewhere down here.
And the unrunnable seafood plate here, never any good. Although it seems to be runnable now.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, I'm sure someone in chat is going to be like, you guys didn't know that? Ugh. The seafood mix in Temple of Fiends is a different encounter from the one that you see in Sea Shrine.
Well, we got Kraken first too there. Lucy Eye, but Kraken's worse than Tiamat sometimes.
I'd say the Kraken 2 is worse than Tiamat most of the time.
I've had Kraken 2 fast himself, then proceed to take all 8 tentacles twice and completely split the wig of my white mage. Like, I didn't even think Life 2 was going to bring her back. But let's see what Kraken has to say here.
Yeah. So Monoci wisely putting his mages who aren't going to survive a hit from Kraken anyway up front, so that they can not Holy cow! Kraken went white mage headhunting, and the white wizard survived.
Yeah, a couple of his tentacles must have slipped or something.
I am deeply confused right now.
That's the Kraken we all know and love.
I mean, it's the Black Wizard. He was going to die no matter what Kraken did.
Kraken's got some good absorb though. The Mesmoon isn't doing very much, even fasted. And there's Cure 4.
Ooh, this is about to turn into a slog.
That's one of these catch-23 situations, right? What do you do now?
Well, it's one of those things. These runners at least know how deep Kraken's spell list goes.
And xIce is entering TOFR at 1 hour, 30 minutes.
By which I mean, if you have a good guess at how long it's going to take for him to get back around to that Cure 4, you know, you might be able to afford to bonk a couple of times to make those swings with the Maza count.
Yeah, Kraken had quite the amount of hit points there. He was pretty beefy.
Yeah. It looked like a lot of it just came down to a mix of evade and absorb, because even fasted, Mona was only getting 2 or 3 hits at a time. But his party's back on its feet, and... Well, this is how the game just throws you the middle finger.
Yeah, I'm Canadian. I'm from Nova Scotia, so I watch a lot of Trailer Park Boys. But this is a good experience fight.
Yeah,
Sucks you have to take it, but it's a good fight.
Yeah, level 21 is not a bad place to probably wind up for Monoci. And he saves time by not needing to reshuffle his party.
Now we'll see if Tiamat actually becomes the gatekeeper.
I mean, that Kraken 2 was pretty gatekeepery. It's just that, you know, Meridian came through in the clutch, or Meriden came through in the clutch.
What part of Nova Scotia, Tesser? Looks like Tiamat made short work of that black mage.
I mean, at this point, especially with Nuke really not even on the table, all your black mage is good for is casting fast and then getting punched.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Tiamat's got anything nasty, so... Meanwhile, X-Ice is on Lich 1, with a major shot for 673. Lich just brushes it off.
And down goes Tiamat, so... Yeah, Chaos could be a pushover, or Chaos could have all the things that we didn't see so far.
And X-Ice is making his way towards Carry, so he's not far behind. One wipe at Chaos, and it's a brand new ball game, folks.
Yeah. Flip side to it, though. If Chaos delivers the wipe here, it could be something that Ice might have some issues with as well.
Well, we're about to find out. Buckle up, folks. See what Chaos decides to pull out first round. A little tickle to the fighter, nothing much.
Mono not using that defense sword. Going for the all-out offense, which I don't hate as a move, but still an interesting decision, all things considered.
Mono putting up the defenses. Ink, that's very anticlimactic.
7 hits for 256, no crits in there. So,
Meanwhile, X-Ice is making his way towards Kraken.
And Mono's White Wizard continues to take hits like a champ.
Yeah, it looks like Mono's full offense is right. But we haven't seen anything nasty out of there it is.
Fortunately, that heal 3 was in the queue, so...
Nuclear out of frickin' Chaos.
And there is the defense sword. So, Mono, yeah, basically decided to try an all-out offense. Oh, no! 2 nuclears.
And a tornado.
And a tornado.
Wow.
Okay, that is not a commentator curse. That is a commentator being able to deduce that Chaos has plenty of nastiness.
Alright, now X-Ice is making his way towards Chaos.
Yeah, but X-Ice is likely to go run to the same problem.
Oh, and they're on the exact same encounter table, it looks like. Because X-Ice has also got this dragon whiz mummy thing.
Well, when you had... With those 2 nice long runs that were fairly early on, I'm not surprised both of them opted to power cycle. Nuclear twice with a tornado in between.
Yep, Chaos is bringing the heat this time. Hey, Chaos just wanted me to say, because he casted a nuclear, but I can't use the same vernacular I used before. Ooh, the Phantom just reached out and touched somebody.
That's just the Black Mage, who cares?
You rolled this, sir. You did. See how X-Ice gets by Tiamat here?
Yeah, Tiamat didn't have too much in the gas tank from what we saw. So, he should be fine on that, but chat pointing out that Tiamat does, or that he does really want those heal 3s if Chaos starts busting out the nuclears.
Well, if Chaos starts busting out the nuclears, well, heal 3 ain't really gonna help you with a nuclear, tornado, and a nuclear.
I mean, it can get you back above the threshold to survive maybe the second one.
I think you gotta hope Chaos leans towards attacking a little bit. But xIceblue is about to find out the nasty.
Yeah, IceBlue's best shot is Chaos doesn't dip into his skill pool the way he dipped into it with Monoci. I don't think we saw too many skills either before the Wombo combo came out.
And here we go, folks. Let's see how long it takes Chaos to pull out the nuclear. First round attack. That's normal.
Alright, so xIceblue's got basically 4 layers of invisibility.
There's ink, so we know the next spell out's nuclear.
Was the second skill in the table nuclear?
Sure was. And he's man-moding it now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to. He doesn't know he's got to, but he's got to.
Ooh, a low nuclear roll on the fighter.
That may save him here.
This is gonna be close. Oh, Chaos got tornado and nuclear left.
One-on-one fight, but that's enough. xIceblue finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 39 seconds.
He didn't get to see the tornado or the second nuclear.
Yeah, and Fuchsia called in chat that extra swing on Mazda was enough to push him over the top.
We'll see if we can get xIce in here for a little interview.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be along here in a minute.
Meanwhile, Monoci's making his second dive. Lich pulling out Bane to no effect. Oh! Looks like the white mage took a little smoke.
Did that happen to him last time, too?
Yeah, they both fed the Titan this time. Alright, Monoci is now on the fire floor.
GG,
guys.
Oh, thank you.
So, you missed out on it, but the follow-up to that nuclear chaos threw out there? Tornado and then another nuclear.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what wiped Mono the first time. He'd actually hit Chaos before you.
Oh, did he? I felt like I was behind because I actually forgot that I had the crystal. That's why I started checking like keylock chests, and I was like, wait. I was like, I have the crystal. Crap.
Well, it didn't help that two of the oh wait, no, you did. Okay, sorry. I'm getting my wires crossed. Yeah, I figured you were just still looking for something like the Mazda or the Power Bonk.
I mean, I was, but no, I had forgotten that I had the crystal, which really threw me off when I actually remembered when I was leaving Elfland, and I was like, wait. I was like, I never turned that in. Crap.
Wow, the waters are giving Mono the business here. Fighter down, everybody on a knee.
Yeah. So, for most of this seed, you actually were a little bit behind, because Mono made that play into Ice Cave pretty much as soon as he finished Volcano.
Okay.
So he knew that he didn't need to bother checking chests for any of the loose items at that point, and pretty much go-moded Earth and Sea Shrine.
I mean, I thought the play to check Sea Shrine, because it had Opal Bracelet and Excalibur, I think that paid off big time. And then, I guess, my routing through Sky, I always check first floor Mirage unless I have everything, like all 3 ribbons, Mass Beam, Power Bonk, White Shirt. I will always check first floor Mirage, and then I think 3 out of like the 10 matches I've played in this tournament, 3 or 4 of them, Masmune was in the right side of Sky Castle, 3F.
Monoci's engaging Kraken again here.
Yeah,
Kraken did have Cure 4, which you didn't see. And there it is.
Actually, I did see the Cure 4. It was the first thing that Kraken did.
Oh, I thought you'd... Oh, maybe not. Okay. I didn't see it on your screen. Maybe I was just... I must have missed it then.
Yeah, chat also reminding me that Mono actually also made a play on Marsh early on in the seed.
Ooh, Kraken just slap happy the Black Mage.
Yeah. Which, all he really got out of that was a lot of money, which kind of came in handy for him early on, and that it gave him a lot of tools that made it easier to advance through.
I mean, with an early fire, too, Marsh Cave Dive isn't a bad idea, especially with how these flags have been, and they've been throwing, like, items in the bottom of Marsh. I don't blame him for that gamble.
So how did you like to see? Those Sahags were pretty vicious, eh?
I mean, the Sahags were causing me to reset a lot, but, I mean, the rest of the seed wasn't too bad. I mean, minus the Gersharks having double... magic, AoE magic. Other than that, I mean, it was alright.
Monoci's making his way towards Tiamat now. Oh, the airs are getting a little frosty as well.
So it seems my play on trying to avoid Ice Cave did not pay off at all.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a deliberate choice on your part to just try to save Ice for last if you could help it.
I was trying to save Ice to not go there at all.
Yeah, it's the dice have to fall pretty hard for that to work out for you, especially with the ship canal start.
It was a canal canoe start. Ship was given to you by the sages and Crescent.
I still consider that, like, if you get ship and canal before you set foot in Ice, I consider that a ship canal start. Like, you know before you get to Ice.
I was actually going to do Volcano Ice Cave until I remembered that I actually got the canal from the king, so I was like, let's go do ordeals.
That poor Black Mage.
Well, it did. The ordeals play did definitely make life a lot easier.
That floater in there was really nice.
And then it was followed by a bridge.
Hey, we gotta visit Latoya.
Monoci is now fighting Tiamat, and he's getting all his buffs up and everything else. Tiamat with Quad X, but it failed against the White Mage. Two shots from the fighter, and down goes Tiamat.
Alright, I'm fully expecting we're going to see Mono just go full on offense with this one. He knows that he's on a timer with Chaos.
Did Mono find the defense sword?
He did.
Yeah.
He didn't use it last time.
Alright, let's see how his fight goes this time.
What about Bonk and all the other stuff?
Yeah, he found the Maz and Bonk.
So he made the same play as I did. Those chests are very valuable and tasty.
Alright, setting up his defenses. White shirt, fast. Bonking up his fighter. Walling. Ooh, Chaos pulls ink out first thing. So we all know what's next, folks. Pulling out the Brack strats.
I am deeply curious what you're doing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Chaos took a shot at the Black Mage, but the Black Mage still standing, so... But Monoci's gotta stop buffing and go on the offense soon, because he knows Nuclear's coming.
Chaos taking a swing at Mono's Knight, so...
You better heal that Knight in quick. Chaos is giving him all the chances here. Looks like he's going for one shot. One shot to end it all.
I'm not sure that he necessarily has the ability to do the one-shot strat, but that was 1,300 damage. He just has to make it through this last round, and he's got chaos.
And there's the nuclear. Oh, low rolls all around, so that's good. Chaos should go down this round.
Just means everyone's pumping health into the night.
And GG to Mono.
Yep, Mono finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 3 seconds. And he should be joining us momentarily.
So, folks, if you liked what you saw, follow these runners, because there'll be lots of more action like this coming up in the weeks to show.
Yeah. And beyond that, there's just the simple fact that they've got a Game 2 coming up. Are you guys just going to go ahead and use the Game 3 that y'all already had scheduled for your Game 2?
Yes.
Alright. So that'll be on Tuesday.
Did you make it in here there, Mono?
He hasn't popped up yet. He's probably going ahead and stretching a little bit before he gets in here. And speak of the devil, he shall appear. GG, Mono.
GG, I guess.
GG.
So what you think about that Chaos pulling out the nuclears?
Well, I survived the first one. That is all. I didn't saw the second one coming, though.
Yeah, your opponent actually did take War Mech, so we knew from the fight he had that the nukes were definitely on the table. Well, the nuclear weapons were definitely on the table.
Yeah, the second tile on the Bridge of Destiny was a War Mech?
I don't know. I didn't get a War Mech.
For me, the second tile on the Bridge of Destiny was a War Mech.
I was hoping for a War Mech so I can gain 24.
Yeah, I actually got 24 off of him for my entire party.
Yeah, I was hoping for a War Mech. Too bad.
So the seed started off a little bit rough, with the wolves having some bad stuff, the Sahags having some bad stuff. What was with the marsh dive, Mono? What were you thinking behind that?
I was there. I was like, whatever. That was the alcohol playing.
Okay, I do want to point out, I did appreciate that both of you, when the time came to go to Northwest Castle, went overland. By the way.
The power cycle step counter was longer on land than it was sea.
Yeah, it was too free to pass up.
It's just a play you don't see very often when someone has ship and canoe to just walk to Northwest anyway.
I mean, when you got those dangerous things floating in the water, yeah.
What thing?
Well,
The Sahags? Sahags had cremate.
and
Oh, yeah,
Stone
right.
Touch.
Right.
And Stone Touch.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, Bodo, you had the advantage of, once you know, the main thing that you got out of that marsh dive was the ability to just stock up on save items and just not even care about the ocean.
Yeah. Hey, so the marsh was good, that's all. I grabbed some money.
Well, any last words from you guys about this? And you ready for round 2?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be the last time I skip Ice Cave and save it for last, thinking I can get around it.
You realize that that's the ice cave that's going to have nothing but money and a bridge in it, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
At least I'll have money.
As long as you're at peace with the inevitable.
Alright, look, at least I can throw money at the sages. That's fine.
Good night, guys. Thanks for commentating.
Yeah. I'm just glad that your situation with the hard drive got sorted out, Mono.
Oh yeah, it just tell me to like back up and replays. And the funny part was Smart status bad. That was hilarious.
That was actually the real final boss. That chaos was just imps.
All right, Woe, you want to take us out?
Yeah, sure thing. I've been Wotan. In the booth with me has been the Hangry Canuck, Nova Scotia's favorite son. And we have been the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament. We will be back, I believe, tomorrow with another race.
I do believe there's races all week, so it's going to be some good action, folks. So
yeah, no,
follow all the runners you can in the brackets, and you're going to be in for some good watching. And so there's a lot of good commentators coming up too, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, we've got 2 races coming up tomorrow night here on Speed Gaming. Edgeworth versus Tristal and Fuzzy Maze versus Arson Horse. I believe that's Game 1 of Edgeworth Tristal and Game 2 of Fuzzy Mage Arson Horse. And those are going to be back-to-back, so be sure to hop in here tomorrow night for all that action. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. Make sure to follow the Speed Gaming family if you haven't already, and we'll see you all around. Take care, everyone.